How do we add 5 over 2xy plus 3 over xyz? Know how in this video. Good day, learners. Today we're going to talk about addition and subtraction of rational algebraic expressions. But before that, let's review kung ano yung rational algebraic expression. So a rational algebraic expression is a quotient of two polynomials provided that the denominator is not equal to 0. A rational algebraic expression is a fraction containing polynomials. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, if sa fraction yung ginagamit natin is integers, yung numerator and denominator natin are integers, in rational algebraic expression, ang numerator and denominator are polynomials. So, si rational algebraic expression ay parang fraction lang. Pagkaibahan lang, sa rational algebraic expressions, we're using polynomials, while in fractions, we're only using integers. Since rational algebraic expressions and fractions are very much alike, yung mga steps or method na ginagawa natin if we're adding and subtracting fractions ay pareho lang din if we're adding and subtracting rational algebraic expressions. That's why before proceeding to our main topic, let's recall first how to add and subtract fractions. So meron tayong tinatawag na similar and dissimilar fractions. So similar fractions are fractions that have the same denominator, while dissimilar fractions are fractions that have different denominator. I have an example here in similar fractions. So we have addition example, which is 1 over 9 plus 2 over 9. So yung 1 over 9 and 2 over 9 are similar fractions kasi same sila ng denominator. Ang gagawin lang natin is we will copy the denominator and then we will add the numerator. So magiging 1 plus 2 over 9 and then magiging 3 over 9 and can be simplified to 1/3. Then if subtraction naman, same method lang, copy the denominator, pero since subtraction siya, we will subtract the numerator. So ganun lang kadali if similar fractions. So how about dissimilar fractions? Sa dissimilar fractions, meron tayong extra steps. So I have an example here, 3/4 minus 1/8. Since magkaiba yung denominator ng dalawa, we will find the LCD. So, kailangan natin hanapin kung ano yung least common denominator. So, in this case, ang least common denominator ay 8. And then after that, if meron na tayong LCD, we will find the new numerators. So, para makuha si new numerators, ang gagawin lang natin is 8, which is ang LCD, divided by the original denominator, which is itong 4. So, meron na lang tayong 2. And then we will multiply it to the original numerator. So 2 times 3, we have 6. Ganun lang. And then for the second fraction, we have 8 divided by 8, which is 1, times 1, we have 1. Then since subtraction, we will subtract the numerator, so 6 minus 1. And we will get 5 over 8. So the steps and method, or the process that we did in adding similar or dissimilar fractions or subtracting dissimilar or similar fractions ay pareho lang din if we're dealing with rational algebraic expressions. Ang pagkaibahan lang is sa rational algebraic expressions ay medyo challenging kasi meron ng mga halong variables, unlike sa fractions na pure numbers. So let's discuss first similar rational algebraic expressions. So kagaya ng fractions, ang rational algebraic expressions ay meron ding similar and dissimilar. Then the definition is still the same. Similar rational algebraic expressions, ang dalawang rational algebraic expression if yung denominator nila ay equal or same. Then we have here the steps in adding and subtracting similar rational algebraic expressions. And first one is we need to copy the denominator. Second is add or subtract the numerator, and then simplify the result. And then take note that don't forget to distribute the negative sign when subtracting. So I will illustrate this note later in our examples. So we have only 3 steps, and let's try some examples for addition. So we have letter A, which is 5 over x squared plus 2 over x squared. So Itong dalawang expression, itong dalawang rational algebraic expression ay similar kasi same yung denominator nila. So, ang gagawin lang natin is copy the denominator and then add the numerator. So, we have 5 plus 2 all over x squared. So, magiging 7 all over x squared since we cannot simplify it further. So, this will be our final answer. Okay, next example. We have 2c all over ab plus 7 all over ab. So, since these expressions are similar rational algebraic expressions, we will just copy the denominator. So, we have a denominator ab and then add the two numerators, which is 2c and 7. So, we get 2c plus 7. Since we cannot simplify it further, so this will be the final answer. Okay, how about subtraction? So I have an example here for subtraction. We have letter A, 5x over 2 minus x over 2. So these two expressions are similar rational algebraic expressions because they have the same denominator. So ang gagawin lang natin is we will copy the denominator 2 and then we will subtract 5x and x. So we have 5x minus x all over 2 and then magiging 4x all over 2. And then since we can simplify it further, we can divide 2. So, magiging 2x. This will be our final answer. Okay, another example. X plus 1 all over 2x plus 2 minus x minus 1 all over 2x plus 2. Again, these two expressions are similar. So, we will just copy the denominator 2x plus 2. And then, we will subtract the numerator x plus 1 and x minus 1. We will get x plus 1 minus the quantity of x minus 1 all over 2x plus 2. So, ito yung ibig sabihin ng note kanina na dapat natin i-distribute yung negative sign. Kasi common mistakes ng mga students is yung negative sign is sa x lang nila nilalagay. So, hindi sa whole expression, which is wrong. So, dapat sa whole expression natin i-multiply yung negative sign. Kaya siya naka-parenthesis. So, we have x plus 1 minus the quantity of x minus 1 all over 2x plus 2. So, we still need to distribute the negative sign. So, magiging x plus 1. Yung positive x natin, magiging negative x. At yung negative 1, magiging positive 1. So, we get x plus 1 minus x plus 1 all over 2x plus 2. And then, we will simplify. So, we will combine like terms. So, x minus x, we get 0, and then 1 plus 1, we have 2. So, magiging 2 all over 2x plus 2. And then, notice that our denominator can still be factored out. So, magiging 2 all over 2 times the quantity of x plus 1. So, yung 2 ay makancel out. Ang matitira na lang ay 1 all over x plus 1. So, this is our answer. Next is dissimilar rational algebraic expressions. So these are the steps when adding or subtracting dissimilar rational algebraic expressions. So same lang din siya sa fractions if we're dealing with dissimilar fractions. Kung ano yung mga steps doon, same lang din yung gagawin natin sa rational algebraic expression. So we have step 1, find the least common denominator. Step 2, we have find the new numerators. And then step 3, we have perform the indicated operation if it is addition or subtraction. And then number 4, we have simplify it possible. Then we have a note here that don't forget to distribute the negative sign when subtracting. Okay, now let's try some examples for addition. We have letter A, 5 over 2xy plus 3 over xyz. So since they are dissimilar rational algebraic expression kasi magkaiba yung denominator nila, ang gagawin natin is we will find the LCD. So paano ba makuha sa LCD? So ang gagawin lang natin is we will list down the factors of each denominator. So, yung first denominator natin is si 2xy at yung pangalawa naman ay si xyz. So, ang factors ni 2xy ay 2 times x times y at ang factors ni xyz ay x times y times z. Ang LCD is we will just bring down 2 and z at itong mga may dalawa, itong dalawang x at itong dalawang y, ang gagawin natin sa kanila is we will count them as 1. So, isang x lang at isang y lang ang i-bring down natin. So, we have 2 times x times y times z. So, ito yung LCD ng ating dalawang algebraic expression. And then, we have 5z plus 6 all over 2xyz. So, saan nanggaling yung 5z plus 6? So, ito yung mga bagong numerator natin. So, how did I solve for it? So, ang gagawin lang is LCD, which is 2xyz, divided by the original denominator, so 2xy, times the numerator, which is 5. So, makancel out si 2x and y. Ang matitira na lang is si 5 and z. So, magiging 5z. And then, yung isa naman, we have same method pa rin yung gagawin. We have LCD, which is 2xyz, divided by the original denominator, which is xyz, times the numerator, which is 3. So, maka-cancel out si xyz. Ang matitira na lang is si 2 and 3. So, we have 2 times 3, magiging 6. So, we have 5z plus 6 all over 2xyz. And since we cannot simplify it further, so ito na yung ating final answer. Now, let's try example letter B. 5 over a plus 2 plus 7 over 2a plus 4. So, since magkaiba yung denominator nila, ang gagawin natin is we will find the LCD. So, we will list down the factors of each denominator. So, we have a plus 2 and 2a plus 4. So, ang factors na a plus 2 is a plus 2 at 1. So, lalagay natin dito a plus 2. And then, ang factors ni 2a plus 4 is 2 times the quantity of a plus 2. So, ibig sabihin, yung LCD nila is we'll just bring down 2. And then, since si a plus 2 ay may ka-pair, we will just count it as 1. So, isang a plus 2 lang ang i-bring down natin. So, we have 2 times the quantity of a plus 2. So, ito na yung LCD natin. So, itong 5 over a plus 2 plus 7 over 2a plus 4 ay magiging 10 plus 7 all over 2 times the quantity of a plus 2. So, saan nanggaling yung 10 at 7? Si 10, ang gagawin lang natin para makuha si 10 is we will divide the LCD by the denominator and we will multiply the numerator. So, you have 2 times the quantity of a plus 2 divided by a plus 2 times 5. So, we have 10. And then, 2 times the quantity of a plus 2 divided by 2a plus 4. So, 1 times 7. So, 1 times 7 is 7. So, we have 10 plus 7 all over 2 times the quantity of a plus 2. So, magiging 17 all over 2 times the quantity of a plus 2. Since we cannot simplify it further, this will be our final answer. Now, let's try example letter C. So, we have here x minus 1 all over 2x minus 5 plus 2x all over x plus 1. So, since they are dissimilar, so the first step is to find the LCD. So, we have here 2x minus 5 and x plus 1. The factors of 2x minus 5 is 2x minus 5 and 1. And ang factors ni x plus 1 ay x plus 1 and 1. Ibig sabihin, yung LCD natin will be just bring down the 2. So, we have 2x minus 5 times the quantity of x plus 1. So, ito yung LCD natin. And so, yung expression natin ay magiging x minus 1 times the quantity of x plus 1 plus 2x times the quantity of 2x minus 5 all over 2x minus 5 times the quantity of x plus 1. So, bakit naging ganito? Ang gagawin lang is, itong LCD, which is 2x minus 5 times the quantity of x plus 1, divided by the denominator, which is 2x minus 5. So, yung matitira si x plus 1. And then, we will multiply it to the numerator x minus 1. Kaya, naging x minus 1 times the quantity of x plus 1. And then, itong pangalawa naman, same lang, 2x minus 5 times the quantity of x plus 1 divided by x plus 1 kasi ito yung denominator ni 2x. So, ang matitira is 2x minus 5 and then multiply it to 2x. So, makukuha natin is 2x times the quantity of 2x minus 5. Since we already have this expression, ang gagawin na lang natin is to simplify. So, si x minus 1 times the quantity of x plus 1 ay magiging x squared minus 1. And then, si 2x times the quantity of 2x minus 5 ay magiging 4x squared minus 10x. And then, we will combine like terms. So, we can combine x squared and 4x squared. So, magiging 5x squared. And then, we will just copy negative 10x and negative 1. So, yung final answer natin is 5x squared minus 10x minus 1 all over 2x minus 5 times the quantity of x plus 1. Since itong numerator natin is unfactorable, so hindi na siya pwedeng ma-factor, so this will be our final answer. Now let's move on to subtraction. So we have example letter A here, 2bc over 3a squared minus 5 over ab. So since magkaiba yung denominator ng dalawang expression natin, so they are dissimilar, ang unang gagawin natin is we will find the LCD. So to find the LCD, we will list down the factors of each denominator. So yung first denominator natin is 3a squared at yung pangalawa naman ay ab. So yung factors ni 3a squared ay 3 times a times a, while yung factors naman ni ab is a times b. So yung LCD natin is bring down 3, bring down a, at itong naka-encircle na dalawang a, so meron siyang ka-pair. Ang gagawin natin is we will count them as 1. So isang a lang yung i-bring down natin. And then bring down b, so yung LCD natin is 3 times a times a times b, or 3a squared b. So yung expression natin ay magiging 2b squared c minus 15a all over 3a squared b. So saan ko nakuha si 2b squared c at 15a? So ang ginawa ko is same lang yung ginawa natin kanina for the addition. So LCD divided by the denominator, which is 3a squared, times the numerator 2bc. So matitira is si 2b squared c. So ito yung first new numerator natin. And then yung pangalawa naman, same lang, 3a squared b divided by ab times 5 magiging 15a. Kaya meron tayong minus 15a dito. So ito na yung expression natin, 2b squared c minus 15a all over 3a squared b. And since wala na tayong ma-factor out or ma-combine na like terms, so ito na yung ating final answer. How about our example letter B? We have 2b all over b plus 3 minus 2b plus 5 all over 3b plus 9. So since magkaiba yung denominator, ang gagawin natin is we will find the LCD. So we have denominators b plus 3 at denominator 3b plus 9. So yung factors nila is, ang factors ni b plus 3 is b plus 3, at yung factors ni 3b plus 9 ay 3 times the quantity of b plus 3. So yung LCD niya is bring down yung 3, and then itong b plus 3, since dalawa sila, common siya sa dalawang expression, sa dalawang denominator, we will just count them as 1. So isang b plus 3 lang yung ibababa natin. So yung LCD is 3 times the quantity of b plus 3. Since meron na tayong LCD, we can now find the new numerators, and then magiging ganito na yung expression natin. 6b minus the quantity of 2b plus 5 all over 3 times the quantity of b plus 3. So paano ko nakuha yung 6b? Focus muna tayo dito sa 2b all over b plus 3. Ang ginawa ko is itong LCD divided by the denominator, which is b plus 3. So yung matitira na lang is si 3 times sa numerator na 2b. Kaya naging 6b. And then itong isa naman, itong 2b plus 5. So focus tayo sa second na expression. So LCD divided by itong denominator na 3b plus 9, so it will be equal to 1 times itong 2b plus 5 na numerator. So magiging 2b plus 5. Then take note na dapat minus, and then don't forget to include the parenthesis. Dapat itong whole expression na 2b plus 5 ang merong negative sign. So dapat itong whole expression na 2b plus 5 ang may subtraction. So kailangan pa natin i-distribute yung negative sign kay 2b plus 5. So magiging 6b minus 2b minus 5 all over 3 times the quantity of b plus 3. And then we will combine like terms. So you have 6b minus 2b magiging 4b minus 5 all over 3 times the quantity of b plus 3. Since we cannot simplify it further, this will be our final answer. Next, we have example letter C. 1 over 3x minus 1 minus x minus 2 all over x plus 3. So again, we will find the LCD. So we will list the factors of the denominators. So we have 3x minus 1 at saka x plus 3. So yung factors ni 3x minus 1 is 3x minus 1. And then yung factors na x plus 3 is x plus 3. So, yung LCD nila is yung product lang ng dalawa. So, we will copy the two factors. So, yung LCD nila is 3x minus 1 times the quantity of x plus 3. Since meron na tayong LCD, we can solve for the new numerators, and yung expression natin ay magiging ganito na. X plus 3 minus the quantity of x minus 2 times the quantity of 3x minus 1 all over the LCD 3x minus 1 times the quantity of x plus 3. So again, paano nakuha sa x plus 3? Ang gagawin lang, focus muna tayo dito sa first na expression, itong 1 over 3x minus 1. So ang gagawin lang is itong LCD divided by the denominator. So ang matitira na lang is x plus 3, and then we will multiply it to the numerator ng 1. Kaya x plus 3 itong dito. And then itong x minus 2 times 3x minus 1 naman, focus tayo dito sa second na expression. So, itong LCD divided by the denominator. So, ang matitira is 3x minus 1 and then multiply by the numerator na x minus 2. Kaya naging x minus 2 times the quantity of 3x minus 1. And then, don't forget na itong operation natin is subtraction, kaya merong subtraction sign dyan. We need to distribute it pa after simplifying the product. So we have x plus 3 minus, so we will multiply x minus 2 and 3x minus 1. Using the FOIL method, we get 3x squared minus 7x plus 2. And then, we will distribute the negative sign. Yung numerator natin ay magiging x plus 3 minus 3x squared plus 7x minus 2 all over 3x minus 2 times the quantity of x plus 3. And then we will proceed to combining like terms. So we will combine like terms. Si negative 3x squared, wala siyang kapareha, so we will just copy it. Itong x at saka si 7x, we can combine them to get 8x, at saka si 3 at si negative 2, we can also combine them to get 1. So yung final answer natin is negative 3x squared plus 8x plus 1 all over 3x minus 2 times the quantity of x plus 3. Since yung numerator natin is unfactorable, so ibig sabihin hindi na natin masisimplify pa itong expression. So this will be our final answer.
Now it's your turn. Try to answer the following questions.